It's crazy. KD has been out since June 11th of last year, game 5 of the NBA Finals. I don't really want to pass judgment if he feel he not ready because we went through this before and you see where it left him. But J.O., I'm a little bit confused because KD was talking about doing the Olympic thing. And if you're going to do the Olympic thing, they're going to be restarting in like August. So I'm kind of tripping that he wouldn't take a run for the championship.
Yeah, I don't think. I think it'd be crazy if he joined the Olympic team. That just don't even make sense, being that the season is supposed to get back going at the end of July.
Right.
So that I think he's gonna hold off on everything until next year.
Is that the right thing to do though, J.O.? Is KD doing the right thing by not coming back to the team this year, with or without Kyrie?
I think he's doing the right thing. I haven't heard any word of if Kyrie's coming back, but I think he's doing the right thing because next year they probably have a whole totally different new team. So he might well start fresh with the new players they will add to the team and whatnot.
Muggy, what you think? Is Kevin Durant doing the right thing by saying he's not playing for the rest of this year regardless?
It's hard to say whether what is right or wrong in this situation.
Right.
He knows where he's at mentally and physically. He said he feels like a basketball player again, but mentally it still might not all be the way there. He said that just wasn't in the plan. So I think he's probably, especially that's maybe a little traumatic, that injury he got in the finals. He might have some, PTSD from that. So I think it might be smart, just him thinking like, okay, well, I jumped right back into it last time. Now that I got some extra time, let me just take all the time I can. I think that part is probably smart. So, I think he'll has even more time to heal and make sure that it won't happen again. So he'll probably come back next year and be crazy though.
Fellas, I'm reading articles and he's straddling the fence. He's playing both sides because out of his mouth on one end, he say he feel like it's just best for him to wait. But, he turn around and say that he doesn't plan to play the rest of the year. And I'm like, if you're not going to play, you're not going to play. Why do you keep saying you don't plan on coming back? Like You're still leaving room for a return. So I'm just like, let's not play games one way or another, KD. Like, let's be totally transparent on what you want to do.
If the team somehow make it to the finals, I can see him coming back. I mean,
now that'd be petty, and I wouldn't like that. I'm gonna keep it a buck, J.O. I would not like that.
I think he'll be eligible. I think they will let him play.
Probably, but that's corny. I mean, he did it last year. He came back in the finals versus Toronto, but if he don't want to play the 8 games for the regular season, that's fine. But the playoffs, come on, man. You got to get into that mix. Like, that ain't fair.
I feel like if he were to come back, just come back with the 8 games, let those be warm-ups.
But see, the problem is he don't think that he's physically ready for those, because those are going to be back-to-back games.
True.
And he feel like long-term that's going to put a lot more pressure on him. Then the season is starting December the 1st. The regular season is starting a little earlier. So he don't want to put that much pressure on him. That's what he's saying. But I'm like, yo, you had surgery more than a year ago.
More than a year.
So you've had plenty of time. And like I said, you was talking about playing in the Olympics, and them guys was supposed to get started in August. So I'm like, yo, you kind of make me believe that you are physically ready, but Kyrie ain't playing, so you just don't want to risk it.
The timeline would still line up. I see what you're saying. That timeline technically still lines up because the season started July 31st.
Right.
That's around the time that the Olympic team would have been, training camp for the Olympic team and going overseas. That would have been around that time. So, I mean, I don't see why not. If you want to say he's not ready or playing basketball, right?
He said he's not ready.
Opportunity.
And one thing about Kevin Durant with me, J.O. and Muggy, it's the moments. One thing that separates LeBron from him, Kevin Durant don't have no moments when you think about it. The one shining moment you might want to bring up, you can't bring up Golden State because that was just a shared success.
Hold on, why not?
I mean,
why can't you bring up Golden State?
You can bring up Golden State, but we all know he joined a 73-9 team. He didn't take something mediocre and build it.
Sure, okay.
And they won a championship without him. If they did something,
that's fine.
A lot of great players go to former teams that won the championship. That happens all the time.
But I look at moments like LeBron won a championship in Cleveland. You understand what I'm saying?
What does that mean?
KD, man. I love KD.
I got respect for KD too. I just feel like KD doesn't have those moments in his career if you're going to put him in a discussion of being one of the greatest.
What you mean by moment?
The real MVP, not a moment?
Like, I feel like if he was to come back this postseason, J.O., if he was to come back this postseason for a mean run and possibly win a chip, that's a big moment for him.
That's not going to happen like that. You know it's not going to happen like that, though.
Why not? I mean, if he was to play,
it's the Nets.
Well, why he go? He shouldn't have went to the Nets if you feel like he can't win.
It's going to take some time. Like, he hasn't played with them all year, and now he's about to come back, and they about to play their heart out.
But this is the Eastern Conference, though, Muggy. You got to take that in consideration. You also take consideration Brooklyn was a playoff team last year without him.
You know what I'm saying? Well, if that's one of their games left.
Now, y'all do remember KD had the coronavirus. He got tested positive for the coronavirus in March. Do you think that's playing a factor in him falling back for this year?
Potentially.
Okay.
I think that's a decent enough reason for me.
What you think, J.O.?
Possibly. I mean, but a lot of players, they got it openly or privately. As far as we know, LeBron, AD could have got it. The Lakers didn't never release who had it on their team.
Right.
Wait a minute. We got to rewind and spin the block. I need some KD moments because y'all, wait a minute. Give me some KD moments.
Okay, let's do it. What we got? Game 4, hit the 3 in LeBron face.
Bro, what he averaging in the playoffs on the Clippers? Then he averaged like 40 points that series? Get out of here.
I'm not sure, but the next year, Game 4 again, hit a deeper 3.
Well, there was Game 3. There was Game 3 in LeBron house both years. Okay, those are moments for you when we talking about great one shot. It wasn't like they were losing and they were game-winning shots.
One of those, I believe, was a tie game. One of those, when he hit in LeBron mouth, I believe Cleveland was up.
Stop it. Just stop it.
When he rose on LeBron, come on.
That's what you going to give me.
Why you don't want to give KD
jump shots?
You talking about, why KD doesn't have many like crazy moments that we can name? Because KD handled business during the game. KD doesn't have to have tie game, final, you know what I'm saying, buzzer beaters, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so KD is just that dominant that games don't be close. That's what you're saying?
The game is easy.
He just smokes out and go home. What we doing?
Stop it. So why didn't he win the championship until he joined Steph and Clay and them?
Russell Westbrook.
Really?
Period.
So Russell's the reason KD didn't win. Wow.
That's a fact.
Why LeBron did never win in Cleveland? Why had to go to Miami to get it?
He did win in Cleveland. Let's be respectful. We're talking about the King right now. We're talking about the King right now.
When he came back with a lit team.
But he took Cleveland. Look at the team that he took in 2007 to the finals, J.O. Let's not do that. Versus 4 Hall of Famers in San Antonio. We're going to do that again?
He get a slow clap. He lost.
Stop it. This is our 4th season of best of 7. We're going to keep doing this?
Yeah, Kyrie won the MVP.
Kyrie won that ring, by the way.
Kyrie won the MVP of what?
He won that ring. Just give Kyrie the ring only.
For what? The 2016 finals?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Stop it. Oh, stop. If it wasn't for LeBron, guys would have... We're not even going to do that.
Kyrie doesn't hit that shot, we having a different conversation.
If LeBron doesn't block Iguodala, we're having a different conversation.
Draymond doesn't get suspended, we having a different conversation.
That's a fact. It's a lot. It's a lot of elements. If Kyrie and Kevin Love, don't get hurt, it's a lot of these elements. But, the reality of it, to me, KD just doesn't have the moments like Jordan or LeBron or Kobe.
Look, his moments getting back-to-back MVPs in LeBron mouth.
With the Golden State Warriors. If he would have did anything with OKC, J.O., then we could talk.
So if LeBron would have joined the Warriors, would you say the same thing? Well, he joined the Warriors. You were like, LeBron got
LeBron, but see, the difference is, J.O., LeBron has moments, even if he joined Golden State, he has other moments. You understand what I'm saying?
Too. KD got he got MVPs. He got like 4 scoring.
He got 1 MVP. LeBron has what, 4?
No, well, yeah, he has 1. But I'm just saying he had like 4 scoring.
LeBron older too. And LeBron didn't play with Russell Westbrook.
See, I don't want to take shots at KD. Y'all got me being disrespectful to KD, and I did not intend to be that disrespectful.
Very disrespectful.
That's you.
You are now rocking with the best man. This is the Best of 7 Sports Talk 7. Mitchell J.O. Muggy in the building. Salute to all the basketball fans, man. We talking association.